We are fired up. Next to the podium, Brittany Myatt.
Hi, thank you, Portia, for the introduction. For legal purposes, I'm speaking here not as a government employee or on behalf of any government entity, but invoke my right to free speech under the First Amendment. As an individual heartbroken by the current circumstances facing the American educational landscape. As an individual who was once a student that found safety at school when home wasn't. As an individual who became a teacher to try to foster that same safety for students with disabilities. As an individual whose voice as a teacher was too small to make a difference in a broken system. And now as a civil rights attorney whose heart is broken by the system once again. Heartbroken, silenced, unprecedented. Finding a single word to speak about from this platform I now stand at, impossible. For the students whose voices are now silenced, I'm heartbroken. For the recipients whose guidance is now abandoned, I'm speechless. Civil rights should not be a 21st century debate. Yet today I stand here with the deepest heartache. Because in 1964, civil rights were memorialized in law, yet are infringed upon today as the country applauds. I love this country and all of its freedoms, and pray for God to show up because we definitely need him. I see him at work in all of your tears and cry in solidarity today with terrifying fears. I fear that students whose differences used to be celebrated now cower in fear that their uniqueness is hated. I fear that students with different colors of skin will not be heard when they're screaming within the walls of their communities, homes and schools, who are now leaving them voiceless. It's just simply cruel. Whose leaders and adults within their lives no longer have the power to end their strife. Excuse me. Huh? We got you. Thank you. These students and families are struggling to face the world that hate continues to create. These schools have lost a valuable asset as OCR had become a familiar facet to the important work that's done day in and day out at schools across the nation, serving diverse students throughout. To the students learning and growing up now, I wish I could take away your heartache somehow. I want to say sorry to these students today, that the adults leading you have left you betrayed to fend on your own without enforcing the laws designed to protect your homes. Designed to protect your homes, your schools, your communities. Your rights as learners should come with impunities. Impunities to be your very best self and learn from our example instead of just books on the shelf. Students should be free to be who they are without the fear of harassment that brings so many scars. Harassment, discrimination, and bullying abound, as the adults meant to fight these are now nowhere to be found. I stand before you today and apologize for leaving this OCR family for unspoken reasons. I'll continue to fight for your God-given civil rights and wish this simple poem brings about new light. New light to students who long to be heard. New light to schools doing as they legally should. New light to those like me who are now grieving this statutory institution we never expected to be leaving. God bless this country throughout these dark days and give her students the courage to face this unending hate. We love you, dear students, and we'll find a way to make your voice heard at the end of the day.
Thank you, Brittany. And let's hear it one more time for our public servants who have served so gracefully.